Today, we will talk about old and new cartoons and the difference between them. Why do people hate all the cartoons of the new era and always love the old stuff? So let us start with the first cartoon that caused a great stir in the recent period, which is Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, of course, we all know him for the main hero dog and his owner named Shaggy, and the characters that appear are Velma and Daphne. And this yellow-haired, I don't remember his name, honestly. His name was almost Fareed or something like that. Scooby-Doo is from the 90s, and the idea of the cartoon was that a certain issue would happen, and they were required to solve it. And in most cases, murders would happen, for example. So they were still required to solve the case and find the killer, or the perpetrator of the crime. They were already famous that at the end of each episode, when they discover the criminal, they remove the mask from him, and he tells them a constant sentence that if it weren't for them, he wouldn't have been discovered. It was not produced once. No, almost every year they made a new series of Scooby-Doo. And they always redeveloped the characters, but they were maintaining the general style of the characters, meaning that even if they wanted to develop, it would remain in it like fixed proportions that they would maintain in their forms, which happened recently. And what made a big problem is that they changed the features of all the characters. Literally, it means erasing everything you can imagine about these characters. They created completely new characters. Basically, they took one character from this team who is Velma and made it as the hero of the new series. The whole series is centered around Velma and the other characters who were supposed to be more heroes. They are just assistants to her. This is the first thing that people are surprised about. Why? Who suggested that Velma be the absolute heroine in the series? And another thing, they even didn't show the main character of Scooby-Doo. Although the whole series was still called Scooby-Doo, they decided to remove Scooby-Doo itself. The series is damaging our childhood. They made this series with completely different characters that we don't know. I mean, they just ruined the entire childhood series of Scooby-Doo, and what was known for Scooby-Doo is that it's a family-friendly cartoon, suitable for the family or children. In general, all people used to watch it without any problems. But unfortunately, they changed this point and made the new series for adults only. Of course, it has very, very bad things, and I don't advise anyone to watch it. Honestly, I myself watched the first few minutes of the first episode and didn't finish it at all because of the bad things that I found. I don't understand why. In America, they are talking about this topic at every moment, and the rating that the series got on the websites is very bad, to the point that I heard that it was ranked globally among the 3 worst cartoons in the world. You can imagine. So it's really that bad. The upcoming series, which is personally the favorite to my heart, is the Teen Titans. It's a series from the old time. I grew up on it personally. And here I am talking about the main Teen Titans, which is the first parts. The heroes felt that they had prestige, and their personalities were strong and drawn in a style similar to the anime. It was a luxurious thing. Of course, the characters are well known. I mean, this Robin was the hero of all of them. And there was Starfire, the girl who flies, and Beast Boy and Cyborg, and the last one was called Raven. And Raven was very cool. I mean, she was quiet and mysterious. She doesn't talk much. I want to tell you, I personally loved Robin so much that I imitated him. So that one time I opened the cupboard and brought a cloak and tied it on my back to keep it like the cloak that he hung on his back. And I also got a long stick, and I used to do everything exactly like him. I was too impressed with Robin. The important thing is that the Teen Titans have been updated and rebooted, and its name became Teen Titans Go. And I might say a bit shocking information to some, but I love it very much. I love this cartoon style, which is simple and modern. By the way, this school of drawing in general is not old, it is a new school. I love this style honestly, but apart from that, it is definitely very clear that the Teen Titans have been officially damaged, and they completely changed the features of the characters. Each one behaves differently from the way he used to behave in the first parts. For some, Teen Titans Go is a very bad copy of the original Teen Titans. But for me, I am not bothered at all. I mean, I like this style so much. Teen Titans Go is one of my favorite cartoons that I love to watch while eating or while I'm doing anything. The cartoon that we will talk about next, we all used to watch. But the boys always hate saying this, although we were watching it normally, which is the Powerpuff Girls. The Powerpuff Girls was made for girls, and this is evident from its name, but it was so popular and spread everywhere that boys were watching it too. Of course, we know the old Power Girls whose names were Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. Blossom was the leader of the team and the main character, and Bubbles was blue, soft, and kind. And in the last Buttercup, she was the green one. And you feel that she has a somewhat sinister part in her until you notice that she is smiling evil and miserable all the time. And there was this professor, I honestly don't know his name until now, but he was supposed to be the one who invented them and made their formula. And there was the mayor of Townsville, and many characters in the series in general. The Powerpuff Girls were on a somewhat sweet road that was unfortunately ruined. They made a new series out of it, and as usual, everything was changed. Drawing, animation style, colors, and everything was ruined. Indeed, it is not bad and not far from the old style, unlike the cartoons that we talked about a while ago. But this still ruined the general shape of the old series. I honestly didn't watch this reboot so as not to lie, but I heard that a lot of people didn't like it. And I don't know why they hate it. But they probably don't like any new development happening in the old cartoons. You know, when there is something you love, you don't want anyone to come beside it. You want to keep the same image in your mind that you maintain. That is why I want to say that my opinion is that no matter what happens, and no matter how much any of the production companies try to preserve the old style, people will continue to criticize and they will still not like it. Because as I tell you, people always want to maintain the same image that they used to see in the past, or to which they loved, and will never like that someone ruins this image for them. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell.